Yeah, but you.
All right, we're back on. I'm gonna try to.
We're
guys
getting
have
lost.
YouTube on this.
But
You still gloss at that hardware store?
If he has an FFL, you can get it shipped to him, and then just go pick it up.
Oh, that's great.
And pay a transfer fee,
Yeah.
which is like $25.
Then he does the.
All right, we're back on. Sorry, we took a little.
I want to get my NFA stamp, and I was thinking about being an FFL myself,
I have two.
just because I think you got two. You have to have one for
I have two stamps.
You need something? I'll get you.
NFA stamps because you have two short barrel rifles.
I have a short barrel rifle and I have a suppressor.
Oh, so you gotta get an NFA stamp for.
Each one.
Oh,
So
shit.
that's what Biden's trying to do right now is basically the NFA, the National Firearms
I got
Act.
it. Oh,
He's trying to make
No, I think-
all guns be under that registry. So it's
Oh, I didn't know.
that stamp.
Sorry.
Which what you were saying earlier is just keep poor people from getting guns.
I mean that's not.
That's originally what it was.
Politically, what he's trying to do is just make a statement. Here I am. I'm making a change.
Yeah, but I think that this changes shit. Oh, sorry, we're back. Fuck. We're recording over here.
Be realistic. We have the first woman president because he's not gonna.
No.
He's out of his mind.
Yeah, but she's out of her mind.
She is too, but
Hey, can we just like do what we want to do and you guys leave us the fuck alone?
That's pretty
And,
much why.
Like, that's the problem here.
I got sick of it. I lived in Mount Washington for a long time.
Yeah,
and
me
then
too.
just got sick of it, and it's like
Oh, it's
I moved
disgusting
in the middle
out
of
there.
nowhere out near Richmond, bought some land, and
It's great.
Are you married? You got kids?
I am. I have two kids.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
What?
I do.
Ages?
Your balls
Uh,
work.
I know. Well, not really. They're adopted.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
Thank
congratulations,
you.
by the way, because that is a feat for one
Yeah.
to do.
That's-
And for two, like, that's just, that's like somebody, like, really taking a problem, like, a problem with the world is that there's all these kids and they're stuck in a system that can't get into a normal home, and like for you interrupt you, it's great, really is. Like that shows a lot of character there. But
So how long have you been married?
Not if he's a bad adopted father.
I know. I could.
All
be
that's down the drain. If he's like beating his
No, I'm
father.
not saying
Do
is-
you know how much you cost me?
well, hopefully that's not the case.
I didn't think so, but you really built him up.
Oh man, I was trying to be
Isn't that
nice.
what foster-
I was trying to sound really nice, respectful, like.
I
Please don't be mad.
I thought that's what foster parents were. Like, that's when you just went in for the money. You
Yeah.
actually adopt.
That's the truth.
You're like,
Yeah.
shit, I gotta pay for their college.
I was just making a fun.
Yeah, no, that's wild. Like we
Just
I got
buy them
a
a board.
friend,
and then
like Brandon.
They don't have to go
You
to
remember Brandon
college.
Herman's, right?
Mhm.
And Brandon, his brother lives 2 doors down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
West-
he's got
yeah.
he's got 2 foster kids that they're
I
trying to adopt.
heard that. I never really knew Weston that well, but Robbie Anderson told me that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a blast from the past.
And I'll
uh,
talk to Robbie too. He actually he got pretty good at skateboarding there, and then he kind of, I don't know if he like got into girls more than skateboarding or bars more than skateboarding. It was
No,
pretty.
he's doing really well. He's a car salesman. Now
I
he's
saw that he's at Weiler now.
drives a
Like,
badass BMW.
Had to cut the hair.
Yeah,
oh, he cut that hair a long time
I
ago.
got a 3 and an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, do you still stay in touch with all these guys? Or is
Sort
it
of.
more like a Facebook?
Kind of like us.
I don't do Facebook.
Okay.
No, you're on Instagram. So
Yeah, and even that, I don't really use that much. I really don't. like
No,
social
that's
media.
how I got a hold of you though.
Yeah, it is. But now I moved out.
Even though, you know what's funny, when you were like, this is my number, and I was like, oh shit, that's the same number I have in my
Yeah,
phone.
I know.
I was like,
I have it with
Oh,
John
there you go.
Canty. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I need your number. As soon as I type it in, it's like,
Yeah, my number's been the same number for
yeah.
10 plus years.
Mine.
I'll make this a short story, but the only reason I did change my number is, do you remember when I did work at A&A?
Yeah.
That dude that came over,
Which one?
the one that
When you
tried to
lived in
sneak in.
Stangate?
Yeah, when he tried to get in my bedroom,
What?
tried to fight you. Do you remember this at all?
No.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah. I went to.
Okay. Please elaborate. Now we're. He tried to fight me?
Yeah. You don't remember that?
Over what?
Not a bit.
You lived in
It was some
Stonegate?
random guy that I work with. Yeah.
Did I fight him?
I don't know.
I'm not a fighter.
I basically went to some. I went to a.
Did you just drag him outside?
No, I went to.
Let him talk.
I'm confused.
I went to a Bengals game with this dude that I knew from work.
Yeah.
I didn't really know him that well, and he got a little weird. And then I ended up
Yeah.
coming home, and he kept trying to follow me inside. So I was so drunk, I just went in, locked the bedroom door, and then you ended up coming home, was. Oh,
Holy shit! I don't
I actually
remember.
almost
I
had-
came home probably from the bar.
Yeah.
I didn't really live there. I just kind of slept on the couch for a
Yeah.
while.
I actually almost had to go to a restraining order. It's like, you don't
Holy
remember
shit!
No, was he trying to fuck
Oh, yeah.
you? He was trying to fuck
oh,
you.
he was getting weird.
Oh, dude.
Oh no, I didn't think
I
that. That
woke
took a
up-
turn I was not expecting.
So, well,
I
you
woke
were,
up
you were
next-
dating.
Hey, wanted to have
there,
sex
so,
time
like,
with you?
So
I woke up the
like,
next day, like, and then I came down, and he was like, dude, that dude, we came home, and there's a guy trying to get in your bedroom, and he was like trying to fight me and stuff. I can't.
Holy
believe I
shit,
don't
He
remember
thought you sexually frustrated.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're not.
this. Yes,
That's not the first
Yeah.
thing I don't remember at that house. Was like that was a very drunken time. We were
Yeah.
all 22,
Yeah.
I think, at the time. So I mean, that was
Whose apartment was that? Because there was
Tasha's
Oh, you lived at Tasha's?
Yeah,
for a short period of time. He did.
I thought it was just a communal
Wait, sorry,
thing.
Sarah.
Yeah.
If she,
But
please
Andy
don't
and-
listen to
Yeah,
this.
she probably.
Andy
Don't
and
listen.
Brian had a place there too, right?
I
Yeah,
actually lived
You
with
lived with
them.
Andy
Yeah.
first.
Yep.
And that's yeah, and then whatever. Times move on, and we go to different venues. I slept on the couch a lot of times just because like it was. I just hung out with all of the people in that house.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I would not be surprised. There's not the first person I've ran out of that house.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing.
Yep.
That there's multiple people that I've walked in, and there have been multiple people trying to get into bedrooms
Yep.
that I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I don't even know who the fuck this person is. The door was always unlocked.
Yeah.
And then there was some creeper dude that lived in the basement,
I remember that guy.
and I fucking come up, and he's like sitting on the top of the stairs, talking through the door, trying to get into this girl's bedroom, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And he just took off running. I was like, what the fuck?
Serious bad intentions. Huh?
Yeah.
Do you
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
whatever happened to that Thai guy? Remember him?
Yeah. Last I knew, he got married.
Are you lost in all this too?
He
Your
got married
name
to some
sounds familiar. I was
he
just
ended up-
trying to like bring it back to him getting a
James
restraining
Bond.
order
James
against the
Bond
dude.
had a
Yeah.
girlfriend. I think he married a girl that James Bond used to date.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
That
James-
Thai guy he was kind of wild. He like I
Yeah.
remember he like never drank. He was straight edge, and then like he drank
Yeah.
one night, and he like kept like pretending to fall down the stairs. It was really awkward.
What?
To where I was like, dude, this guy like was like pretending he like drank a beer and then pretended to be like he was fucking fall down wasted and like literally fell down the stairs like 6 times. But like not because he's drunk, but just because he's like placating. Like it was weird. He was
Under
like,
attention.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. He was like an emo kid. So it was like, all right, man, you're fucking weird. But and then like when I met him a year later, totally different soul. Like totally different soul.
Shit like that. That's
Like
what
it.
made me disappear. It's like I just had too much of it.
That's
Yeah.
why I just moved out in the middle of
Not only that,
Yeah.
I was a part of it too. Like
Yeah.
so, I was the problem myself.
Right. Well,
So
we
I
all
was
were.
like,
I mean,
fuck all this shit. I'm leaving.
dude, you know how many fucking times I was in a situation where I was like, I should not be around this shit. Like I had to get out of there.
That's
Like,
why I just moved
there's so many
away.
people I
So
didn't
what
talk
did
to.
you do at A&A? Which for anybody who
Same.
doesn't know is every
Alcoholics
orange
Anonymous.
barrel,
Yeah,
In
around,
Cincinnati.
around.
every orange barrel you see on the highway, the
Yeah.
company
Yeah,
is
they're like
responsible.
biggest in the nation. Same thing. I work for a sign company, just doing production.
So you were making signs in the shop rather than setting up cones.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
why he
highway.
made all those He made all those signs for us. You made.
Did you make a go skateboarding sign?
He did.
Can I make one?
Yeah.
He made
Yeah.
a bunch of stickers.
Which is
and shit
weird.
for cars.
So I was working. I did this job for
Go.
like 13 years.
You heard me right. Go.
Yeah.
Okay.
My old boss called me this morning. I'm actually gonna buy all his equipment and start my own thing here soon.
Nice.
Good for you. I just started my own business, bro.
Yeah, I heard that.
And
That's awesome.
best decision.
See, I thought you took
Every day
a-
I kick myself in the ass and I go, why didn't I do this 20
Yeah.
years ago?
I'm in the same
I'm just gonna
boat, too.
kind of do it on the side until it picks up. I actually like the job I have now, other than I'm on call a few days a week, which
Yeah,
really
that
sucks. But
What are you
Do you
doing
actually
right
call
now
in a lot,
residential
though?
maintenance.
for the listeners? Okay.
Residential maintenance is kind of hard because if you're like if somebody's sink starts leaking and they're freaking out, you're gonna have to go there and just stop it from leaking.
Yeah,
which is a
pretty much.
pain in the ass.
How often is it something as simple as shutting off a goddamn
Oh,
valve?
we have like every appliance or whatever. It's like on a wall switch, just to make it easy for us. So like if the dishwasher breaks, like
Oh,
you
it's
just go
great.
shut the wall switch off and then take it out. That way you're not shutting breakers off. Because apartments are small, and so breakers like you shut one breaker off, it's shutting off half the apartment or whatever.
Right.
The amount of people that say like my dishwasher isn't working, and you walk in and flip the switch, it's like you fucking idiot.
Well, At the same time, that probably saves you from getting out of
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah.
Like, all right, just go flip the switch if it's broken.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Everything
Did you
else.
try turning your computer on and off? I can only imagine IT guys get that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Dude,
My computer don't work.
I can't even. Ugh, I can't even.
Apparently, there's a Loveland skate park.
No.
There is. Josh and I skated it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking
Yeah.
awesome, dude. It's got like a metal barrier. It's like a concrete barrier.
I saw pictures. It looks
It's
awesome.
fun as shit, dude.
It's like a
We went there and destroyed it
concrete
in front
barrier
of the
quarter
locals.
like so you know how
No,
like
it's not a
people
quarter pipe. It's a concrete barrier
but it has
made out of metal.
yeah, but you have a
There
roll
is a
into
little transition, but it is very
how
small.
like normal skaters would go out and make their own like little
Yeah.
bump thing.
A little bit of concrete.
It's just metal with that, so it like has the kink of a real
He
barrier.
skated it, dude. I couldn't touch it. I was
Oh
like,
my god,
I
I fell
fucking.
in love.
He loved it. I fucking killed. I killed myself on it, and then
It's in an
Like,
actual
so-
skate park.
yes,
Yeah.
but it's like a three. Like so, there's like it's like on a hill, so it's on a slope. So like there's stage one. I'm sorry, it's my kids. They're nuts,
kids.
dude. My son's fucking insane. Like he's gonna be a great skateboarder because how crazy he is. So like. It goes down like a tier to tier to tier. So there's like 3 tier down. It's like literally like a part going downhill.
It's like 5 minutes from my work.
Yeah, dude,
I
you
think
should skate it.
I
It's
should.
fucking, it's fun. Like, so we went there. He and I went there when we worked at Pesh, where
Mhm.
you know we worked right next door to you. And then we went there and was like, we're gonna like let's go try this place out. So we drove over there. And there's like what 4 kids there, and they're barely touching anything. They were like, go hit the like a flat bar rail, and they would barely touch anything. Like literally, we got there and just started skating, and they just all sat down. They're just like, and I always felt like grateful. Like I was like, oh fuck yeah, man, you want to learn some shit? Like I'm gonna show you how to skate your park differently than you thought of ever skating it. Just because they're trying to learn on then that park's not really like a learning park. Like it's not a box. There's not a box for them to skate. There is a pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like that weird fucking concrete barrier thing, which fuck that.
I've only seen pictures. I've never seen it in person.
It's
but
fun, dude. It's on Loveland Madeira Road, isn't it? Or
I don't know. We got what? We were on an install
Fucking
and
weird
suddenly we're
area.
driving
Loveland
by and I'm
Road
like,
or whatever.
what the fuck is that?
dude, there's a weird. There's
Fucking,
just so many weird little parks. Did you see the Coleraine Park?
yeah, that's been around for a while.
Well,
Though.
that's been around for a while now, but like he and I went and skated it, and that
Yeah.
fucking Coleraine Park's dude.
That
I
looks
am
awesome.
all about a fucking quarter pipe hip and like that, dude.
Oh yeah, that one's perfect.
Oh, I'm just like, like I love.
Dude,
quarter
it's
pipe
funny is New
Dude,
Richmond
that's just
sells a
great.
park. Did you ever go to that one?
Which one?
New Richmond.
Which one in Richmond?
There's only one.
The what? Like the little dinky one? Or
It's
is it
like
talking about the
the-
mini ramp? That
Yeah, they moved the ramps though.
Yeah, they
It used to be like in the back, and they moved
Yeah.
it to another part.
They had some.
It was
Oh,
a
yeah,
basketball
behind the
court.
tennis court. Yeah, behind the tennis courts or basketball courts.
yeah,
Yes.
they had, actually had a really nice flat bar, but someone stole it.
Dude, that little Ludlow Park was dope though.
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
curve box. It's
One
like-
of the I mean, it's old, but one of my favorite newer parks is Dry Ridge. Dry Ridge is cool.
Dry Ridge, Kentucky.
We've been
I
there.
don't think I've been.
Have we?
Have I been
Yeah.
there? Have I been there?
It's more like
We've been there with the Del
transition
Sol.
and
Is that the one that had the weird trannies with the like loop bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember going there.
Yeah.
It had the
It's
capsule
like a
too.
mile off the
It
exit.
had a capsule too, didn't it?
No, the capsule was Tri-County.
Yeah, there's no capsule there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and Tri-County, which
We went there, and there was one black guy who was better than all the white guys. And you're in Kentucky, and it's in the middle of nowhere. And you're like, well, this little kid goes, well, if the black guy can do it, I can do it. And I was like, oh, racism in the country.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Yeah, there's one in Tri-County that's
Unfortunately.
actually got like a mini capsule.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bowl. It's the hardest. Like it took me 20 minutes of standing at the top of like the bowl. Like, how am I gonna get to this thing? Like
What's
that.
that? What's,
We raced it though. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, I know what you're talking. Now I know what you're talking about. It's like mainly transition. In the
what's the
entire
park
park.
next to the railroad tracks? It's kind of small.
Norwood?
No,
Ross Park?
no, not that one.
I would say that
I
one.
think we might be talking about the same one.
You're talking about Wyoming.
Tri-
Wyoming, that's it. Yeah. I like that.
That's
one.
another one that's on a hill.
I have
Yeah.
Fucking memory.
Yeah.
It's like.
I've only been there once, but I
It
remember
doesn't
those
matter.
train tracks.
I have to have you every time because I can't remember.
I thought to myself, oh, this is cheap property because it's right by the train tracks. And I was like, that's how they were able to build a skate
Yeah,
park.
super. I love that park.
Wyoming, Ohio.
Mhm.
Why the fuck? Why can't I?
You've probably been to it. It's been around.
I'm sure I've been there.
A long time or whatever.
Dude, you know what I loved
That's
about
way out there, right? On
Yeah,
the
it's pretty far
right-hand
out.
side.
Yeah.
We went there once. It's a metal ramp place, right?
Yeah.
No, it's concrete.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
thinking of Georgetown.
Yeah.
Georgetown.
Georgetown,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the one you can see from the highway.
That mini ramp's cool.
That Miriam's dope. I went and skated it.
That's exactly halfway to Red River Gorge.
Yes.
Right.
So I always
Yes.
stop there.
Yes. So what I'll do is
Do
I
you go
know
out
I'm
there a
working
lot?
at Lexington. I'll throw my board in my truck, and on my way down or on my way back, whichever one falters better, I'll swing in and I'll go skate that park. And
That
I
box is
went
awesome.
there.
It's super long.
the box is fucking dope. The mini ramp with a spine in it
Mm-hmm.
is awesome.
Yep.
And then they have a cutout also in the mini ramp. So there's like a quarter pipe, then a cutout, then you flow into the mini ramp. So you can like come out of the mini into the park. Like it's pretty cool that way.
Let's get started on this
Also,
mini ramp.
good.
How-
Dude, I'm telling you,
let
man.
me-
I
let me
really
ask
want
you
to
this,
do
because
I've gotta
like
wait
you
till
and
spring.
I,
Yeah, obviously.
constantly.
We gotta wait till
it's-
wood
But
price
that gives-
goes down.
We gotta.
Yeah.
It's
I know, they're
insane.
fucking
Wood price
crazy
is
right now.
insane right now.
You and I
Because
would
of COVID?
constantly like
Yeah.
battle in
Yeah,
the
a
mini
2x4
ramp,
costs like
for
fucking
sport. Like,
$9.
Sometimes.
I absolutely
gotta be
loved
shitting me.
like
Like,
you
$2?
would show up.
$2.
Yeah, it was me and you.
It's like
it was
$7
just,
instead of
what'd you
$2.50.
come up with today? All right, and then we'd
What
go
the fuck?
back and forth. What did you think of Florence's spine?
I fucking
Did
hate
they, I heard they're turning Florence
I
out.
hated it.
The concrete park.
They show that park sucks.
I love that park.
Florence
Really?
out
Oh,
there.
dude, I would hit that
I like
pyramid
literally
with the
drive by
tall,
that park every
with
day.
the
now.
tall
Yeah.
box. The tall. I would.
Do you remember
backside
that
those
incident we had
whole
there?
Tall box, like, ugh.
Do you remember we went there one night and there was a cop there? It was me and you and my Acura.
Yeah.
And I had pissed off the cop. They had lights on, and we were like, the cop was kicking other people out, and I started bitching out the cop, like, why the fuck
Have
would you?
lights on.
And I was like, this is fucking nuts, dude. It's like, I'm not out here doing anything other
Yeah.
than, I was like, I'm not causing trouble. And he's an old cop too. So what's he do? We leave. He follows my Acura, and I stop. I fully on stop at the stop sign that's there. I had no other choice because traffic was coming. So then I pull out, and he pulls me over at the next light. And he pulls me over and he goes, you ran that stop sign. I was like, I didn't fucking run no stop sign.
Yeah, I remember.
I was like, I told him the same thing I just told you. I was like, I had to stop because traffic was coming. I couldn't even actually go if I wanted to. And he writes me a ticket anyways. And I remember, you're like, Mark, don't do anything. And I had my sunroof up, and after he gave me the ticket, walked back to the car, I flicked him off to the sunroof, and I fucking honked my horn. And you were like, and that made you real
That's
nervous.
illegal as fuck. Well, it's illegal as fuck. You cannot do that.
So
I actually had sort of the same thing growing up in Batavia. There was a spot, it was me, Gary, and Ben. We were skating this like curb cut. It went out to the street, and it was at a four-way intersection. And I remember it was kind of like a downhill, and then you'd hit like the little ramp part or whatever. And I remember looking right and left, and I saw this car coming, and I knew it's like, oh, I got enough time because he's gonna stop at the stop sign, and then I'm gonna land, be fine or whatever. So I looked left, and then so like I just ollied or something like out into the street, and the dude ran the stop sign, and he like stopped right by me or whatever, and he gets out and it was a cop, and he's like, you just fucking jumped out right in front of me, and I was like, you ran the stop sign. Like I had plenty enough time, you know. It was actually like a crosswalk too, and he just lied. He was like, no, you jump. I stopped the stop sign.
They give you a
jumped out
ticket?
right in front of me. That we were so young, they just gave us like, what's it, like a field card?
warning.
They called all our parents and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, usually it's parental
Oh,
admonishment.
warning
Yeah.
ticket. Yeah.
Just try to scare
I've never
us.
heard that.
He like took our boards, put them in his trunk and
So
stuff
they'll
like
give you
that.
like disorderly
It's like-
conduct or something retarded, and then your sentence is parental admonishment
Yep.
rather than having to do community service or whatever.
He completely lied.
Abuse of power.
Yeah, fucking asshole.
Which
And
we
that's
see
what-
all the time.
Yeah.
nowadays.
And then
Oh,
like
yeah.
if you
Now there's
ever
cameras everywhere.
right, so and it's the fucked up thing. So people that skateboarded before there was skate parks. I mean, that's just why, like, to this day, I'm terrified of cops. I'm scared to death of them, like, because I know what they're gonna do. They're just gonna they're there to hassle you, and they're gonna get something out of it. I've been arrested a
It's
couple
muscle
times.
memory. What happened in your childhood isn't going to happen in your adulthood because things
You're
have changed.
right, of course.
We all
because
have
of
4 cameras
circumstances.
on us now.
Right. Well, but now we didn't then.
I
Like,
mean,
but it's still they make me nervous.
that's
like,
the thing is like they could abuse their power because there was no accountability. Now we all have more and more accountability.
They still try to abuse their power, and then they get caught on it, and that's the biggest problem.
Sure, I'm just.
Or the biggest solution.
I just don't want to throw a whole lot of cops under the bus. There are
No.
bad cops, and guess you know what? The good cops know the bad cops. They know that this guy's a kind of
I
around.
also I have
Well,
to
as we
bring
were
this
growing
up.
up,
Like
we
we
didn't
dealt
have
with
problems.
fucking like Anderson cops.
Yeah.
Right,
Sure,
right,
they're
right.
bored as fuck.
When we would go downtown, like I don't think I was
The
ever-
downtown cops were worse to us than the.
Yeah,
I-
Cincinnati cops are worse to me.
Yeah, they were
Really?
different.
Yeah, check the story out. I said-
they were way worse.
I was so used to the cops busting me at Fountain
Fucking
Square.
mics today.
taking
Sorry,
my board.
Fucking recording here. I'm fucking all this up.
They take your board and they take it to the property department downtown, and it's right by the Justice Center. That happened to me so often. And then you have to go like a week later, go to the third floor, and the third floor smelled like weed because they were taking out all the black people's weed. And so you'd be like, wow, it stinks really good in here. But anyways, and then you get your board back, right? So, but you'd have to wait a week or whatever. That happened to me so many times that I was with Mike McTurnan. We go downtown. He drove. Cops go, oh, I'm going to take you, can't skateboard here. I'm at Procter & Gamble where the bricks are and the chains.
Yeah,
Remember that? That little gap with the white stone?
Absolutely.
I go there, he pulls up, and he's like, I'm taking all your boards. And I was like, the fuck you are? I put it on the ground, snapped it in
I
half.
remember that.
And I said, Mike, I was like, if you arrest me or whatever, just go. Because he was driving. I didn't want him to wait or anything. I was like, I'll deal with it. So what's he do? He puts me in the car, they leave. And he heard me say, go ahead and leave. So he holds me in the car for 15 minutes, doesn't say a fucking word to me. I'm fucking raging. I'm going off. And I'm saying some crazy shit, but I'm just angry because I just broke my board and I can see what he's doing. He had them go and leave
So now you're stuck there.
and then left me stranded downtown with a broken board. I couldn't even skate home if I wanted to,
Right.
which I wouldn't have, but
No, I mean, you'd help the metro.
yeah.
I mean,
Threatened to throw me in jail, and I was like 16 or something like that. And I'm like, I'm not going to jail. Like,
No, we all know better. You're just skateboarding.
yeah, that's in my head. I'm
That's
like,
what,
I'm
skateboarding's
downtown.
not
I'm
fun.
like, people die in the streets of the Cincinnati
Yeah,
somewhere,
absolutely. All the time.
somewhere,
all the
or
time.
mug.
Back then,
And you want to?
Oh my
you're
God.
picking on me for skateboarding in broad
downtown
daylight.
was terrible back then.
But yeah, he didn't take my board or nothing. He's like, well, you broke it. So it was easier for me to break my own board and just have the rest of the
Yes,
parts
absolutely.
Right, then go get it.
than go through the whole process again.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, that's the thing. So then that's what I kind of got from. So in Anderson Cops, they were just like, they got to the point before the skate park was built. They're just like, you know, just go, just get out, and it got to that point. But before that, I mean, there was a
Ours
so
every time I ran into them, they'd hassle the shit out of us.
yeah, no, they do. But
They
that's what I'm
put-
saying.
They put Joe in the back of like the cop car, threatening to take him to jail because he had just turned 18, right?
Yeah.
And then said that we were skating a picnic table in the back of IHM,
No,
And-
yeah, I remember those tables.
and
Oh yeah.
they said, "Well, yeah, somebody broke the
God,
light."
we were alling on
And we're
those
like,
tables.
"It's broad daylight, right?" Like, and they pointed at the spotlight that somebody had, I guess,
Thrown
thrown a rock or
at,
something
yeah,
at.
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, you guys back here breaking property. We're gonna take this guy to,
Yep.
to real jail." And like,
They're just trying to scare you to like
held
let you
us
stand
all
there,
in
yeah.
2 different cop cars for skating a picnic table.
Dude, it's horseshit. Like, so the cops are assholes.
Cincinnati,
back in the day.
when
That's
we-
why like, I still to this fucking day. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Terrified of
Don't
cops.
like, dude. Well, the last time so we were driving down the road. I was going fishing. I was towing my boat, going fishing with a couple neighbors, and there's a guy pulled over in front of East Fork Lake. I'm going to East Fork Lake. There's a guy pulled over on the side of the road by a cop. Guy in the back of my truck is like, hey, like yells, get him, da 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 da. And I'm like, I got a fucking taillight out on my trailer.
Mm.
And then I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, don't yell at the goddamn cops. And I'm like, for skaters, like, would you yell at a cop? No. You're drawing attention to yourself. And I'm like, fuck, motherfucker. I gotta tell you that. Like, she could literally turn around, pull me over just because I have a taillight out and give me a ticket for no fucking reason.
Yep.
Obviously, I'm only gonna get a fucking ticket for a taillight, whatever. Bullshit. Probably a
Just the
warrant.
hassle of it.
Probably nothing but the hassle of it. So I'm just like, that's just gonna, like, take time, take whatever. So then it comes to the point where I'm like, the guy sitting next to me is like, damn, man, you're like scared of cops? And I was like, dude, the last time I was pulled over, I went to fucking jail for 2 fucking weeks. I don't want to deal with a fucking police. Like, I don't like them. I don't want to deal with them.
Was that the yellow monster?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was
You were
like,
there. You didn't pick me up? Or you didn't pick, you didn't pick me up.
I picked the
You picked everybody else up.
That's hilarious.
My
remember
mom had to come pick me
Yeah,
up.
I remember that
What
cop.
happened to
Like,
that thing?
Cop's an asshole.
yeah, I was like,
I'm selling it.
they came over and wanted to get me a breathalyzer.
Fuck him.
They were just like, you want to take everybody home? I was like, yeah. He's like, have you been drinking? And I had beer in my passenger seat. I was like, not yet. And he was like,
Dude, no,
yeah,
the
that's
funny
not
thing
fucking
was-
funny.
You actually were not drinking at the time.
Huh?
You
No, I actually got off work.
Yeah, I know that you were not drinking. I was like, because we all went out
It
before
was
you were still at
it
work.
was snowing.
Yeah, it was snowing. They tried to say that I wrecked into landscaping. And
It was in front of Speedway.
it was in front of Speedway, and all I did was slide turning into Speedway a little bit to where I ran over a curb.
Yeah.
I was like, I still pulled in the parking lot, like.
Mm.
But fuck him. That guy was a douchebag. I told him he was a douchebag in the police station. So fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you. I hope you're dead. Anyway.
I got a quick little story. So I'm with my daughter, right, who's old enough to talk, but still too little to realize when to shut the hell up. And so we pull into Speedway, and she walks in, she gets a candy bar, whatever.
Dave, grab me a tree, please.
We walk up to the counter, and there's a cop in front of
I
us.
got more out in the garage. Can I tell?
Yeah, if it gets to that point.
I got another bottle of that too.
And her tiny little cute childlike voice, she's like, Dad.
What?
I got more of these in the garage. I'll give
Okay,
you
no,
that.
you can have one. I don't care.
Sorry.
It's just beer.
It's fine.
Sorry. Go ahead.
She's like, Dad, points at the cop. Like, clearly this guy can hear. And I'm like, yes, sweetie, that's a cop. And she was like, you hate cops.
Ah!
Thankfully, the cop was super cool.
Just laugh.
Looks down at her,
He's
smiles,
probably got kids.
looks at me, and he goes, and then that was the end of the
Well, that's the
exchange.
whole thing. And the problem
But my heart like dropped.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
I'm about to go to jail.
Because my daughter.
Yeah.
and, well, here's the thing.
This guy's gonna follow us. Like,
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. This is the great thing that now police now, and because of the building of skate parks and the recognition, literally they thought that we were nothing but vandalism.
right.
They thought that we were 100% out there just to destroy property. We were just doing nothing but like we were skater punks, skater rats. We were just like dudes out there just to break other people's shit. We weren't vandalizing anything. We were trying to skateboard. So now that we have skate parks and all shit, and now that these dudes are out on the street still skating these rails, skating these parks, skating whatever, skating spots they're not supposed to skate, now security is so much easier to walk up and be like, hey, they don't want you to do that here. It's an insurance thing.
Rather
So
than
that I
being,
understand,
like,
but now
aggressively-
they literally, Dan Moore, they arrested Dan Moore because he ollied onto Salem Street. Because we were all on the side, all of us were skating up the sidewalk, going to go to Skate Beach one that day.
I've seen him get arrested too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, I sat, they made us sit on the fucking, in the grass
Not
waiting.
that part. He
on him
got
too.
really mad at the park and like.
I watched that.
screaming and
I was
upset at the
also
bar.
there.
Yeah,
I remember that.
They
day.
charged him with menacing and told him he can't go back to that park.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kicked him out of the park for a year. So
Scott Zellner actually got arrested at that park too.
that's hilarious.
What
I'm gonna
part?
save that because I'll get
PJs.
Scott on here.
PJs.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, of which I've already talked to Dan, by the way. He'll be on here. But we're gonna zoom in. 'Cause
Oh,
he's in
yay.
Texas. I
Yeah,
did.
nice.
I talked to him the other day, and we're gonna get him on.
I never really knew him that well, but I
Dan Moore?
just skated with
Yeah.
him and stuff.
Yeah. He lives
I
in
thought you lived
Texas.
in Florida.
No, he lives in Texas now, or maybe it's Florida. Fuck. I don't know. Sorry, Dan. I don't know. He didn't even know this thing existed.
Are you
So
gonna do it
like,
remotely?
yeah, I'm gonna zoom him on the TV, and we're gonna put the
Nice.
camera on that side.
Yeah.
So like, we'll
that's
we'll
cool.
bring him in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So same thing with Steve Self. He's gonna be on here.
Where's
We're
he
gonna
at?
zoom him in. He's in Air Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
There's
He
a
used to live
Phoenix.
there.
Well, and he's back now. He's there all the time now, but no, like he ollied, like we all went up the sidewalk. We all turned and started pushing up the sidewalk because we're kind of going uphill. But he like bombed down this little tiny hill. It's that street across from the skate park on Peach Acres, and he ollied over this little grass gap that's like this wide.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry, it's like a foot wide
Sure.
into the street. A cop was a half a mile down the road. It was like, you ollied out in front of me.
Yep.
And he's like, you were way down there. He's like, I never would have jumped in front of your car.
Yeah.
He's like, you're way down there. And then as soon as I saw you, I got off the sidewalk.
What a joke.
And she like pulled up and was like, what are you thinking? He's like, well, I kind of want a bacon cheeseburger.
I
So
heard about
she hopped out of the car, walked around, threw him in the back of the car instantly. Was like, you're being arrested, blah, blah. She arrested him for saying, I want a bacon cheeseburger.
That story floated through the whole community.
Fuck yeah, it did. I was there. I'm fucking wild. I was like,
I got
you gotta
arrested.
shoot me.
I got arrested for saying "go fuck yourself," and then when I talked to my lawyer, he goes, "That's actually completely within your rights to say to a cop."
You
He's
said
like,
it to anybody.
he's like, you didn't threaten him or anything like that. Oh, you just mouthed the words "go fuck yourself." He's like, you didn't point at the cop, and I was like, no, I just like with authority said "go fuck yourself," and my lawyer said that in front of the judge, and my lawyer threw his hands up. He's like, Judge, you have there's no other course for this. Like, it's completely legal that he said that.
Yeah.
And the judge didn't even look up. He just goes, minor misdemeanor.
But it's not even a minor misdemeanor. It should be a misdemeanor. It's nothing.
It was a fine. They gave me a fine. My lawyer literally went like, that's completely, you can't do that. You're like telling the judge, like, you can't do that.
Yeah. But that's the
When
horse
he
shit.
said that, he should have been like, go fuck yourself.
Gavel.
Absolutely. See, that's and that is why now we're 90s kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Late 80s.
And that's
90s
what this
kids.
podcast is. It's just us
We're reliving
that
this
culture,
is
that era.
100%
That era,
us
yeah.
just reliving our heyday. You guys out there nowadays, you youngins, like, you don't have to fucking deal with that.
You guys
Well,
watch
they
the 90s
don't,
yet?
because if you
Nope.
think about it,
They have other problems.
Yeah.
though.
We all decided we're gonna watch it together.
All right.
if you think
Tell
of
me
it
when you
this
say I'll
way,
come.
Okay.
we
we'll
were
watch
fighting
we'll all watch it
a
together.
generation of older cops, right? And then nowadays, like, what Donnie something who
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to skate
He used
is
to
now
skateboard,
is
is now a
now
cop,
a
yeah.
cop. So it's like people our age are now the ones in power. So
Yeah.
the younger generation isn't being hassled about the shit that we were.
Well, I mean, that's like same thing with the weed culture. I mean, the weed culture is like, oh, well, I mean, all these cops that were in high school, they smoked pot. Now
Right.
they're fucking not hassling people that smoke pot. And I mean, it's all
When you
it's
used
all
to get
just
like a life
dwindling
sentence for
down. I mean, yeah, dude, there's dudes in jail.
That's
that
actually
have life
very true.
sentences. That's extremely true.
I
Somebody just got released
I
from a life sentence.
I know some of the. I went to high school with some of the cops that are now sheriffs in Anderson,
Me too.
and I literally just straight up asked him, "Was like, when's the last time you gave a weed ticket?" And he's like, "I can't even remember."
And if
Well,
you
it's
ask
illegal
them,
now.
when
They're
was
not
the last
actually
time you
allowed
hassled
to
a
take
skateboarder?
No, I did ask him. I was like, "Where's all the heroin at?" He goes, "Bro, it is everywhere, and
Yeah.
it's scary."
Dude,
He goes,
it is
he goes-
scary.
Because he pointed my house, where I live, 1 mile that way is heroin, 1 mile that way is $1 million homes.
Yeah.
And he goes, you know how you live right in the center of all of it. He's like, we've been to $1 million homes. Heroin.
Yeah.
Like, these
Absolutely.
millionaires have heroin, and they're doing it, and they're overdosing and stuff like that. He goes, the same thing's happening over here with poor people.
Do they need to start like one of those internet sites to where it shows all the little red dots of heroin dealers?
The sex,
Like
the
child
sex
traffickers.
trafficking shit, that's a difference. That's
Yeah.
the
Crime.com,
naughty fuckers that like, yeah.
run by Josh Duffy.
This kind of, this is talking about like skate parks and stuff like that. That I always like beach acres and stuff.
Yeah.
All these people always agree to like build these parks, like saying like, oh, like if we build this park, like all these kids won't be on Beachmont like skating or whatever.
Right.
And really, that's not the case.
Well, it is the case to an extent. So here's where Anderson did it wrong. And no offense, because
Yeah.
I love our park. Our park's great, and I
But
think
most
that
people, most skaters
for
like
most-
skate a park to like get better, and then they're like after you do it
exactly,
again, they go out or whatever.
exactly,
But
exactly.
you don't want to tell them that.
Well, no, you don't want to tell them that. But
Well,
you want, that's how they got
a
better.
good
and
side
that's why
effect
they
for that
filmed
is
afterwards.
Anybody that rides like those one of the little razor scooters, they're not gonna go on Beachmont because
Yeah.
Beachmont's
Right.
too rough. There's no.
Little
They're gonna
kids,
stay at the park.
But there's little
And
kids.
that's a good thing. I'm not saying
No,
it's
no,
a
no.
bad thing, but
I think that, like, at our age, I think, like, when I started skating Beachmont, I was probably, like, 12 years old. Now, like, that's young to be skating on down Beachmont. That's young.
that's abductee young.
Right, of course. Like, but, I mean, I know wits about me, though. Like, I knew shit like that. I knew, like, all that. But I think that, like, honestly, I think I did that. You were known about that shit when we were kids more than you're known about that shit now. At my kids,
I agree with that statement.
like, they don't tell them that shit yet.
Yeah.
They don't want to scar them or something. I'm like, dude, motherfucker, like, there is somebody who's gonna have to go out and fucking try to kidnap you. Like, you need to fucking get over this shit.
Josh, you grab me one.
Yep.
Dang, Miller Lite goes down like water.
I
Don't
hate
it,
that
son?
shit actually. It's not-
Really?
I wasn't gonna say it, but since you brought it up, I was like, you're gonna drink Miller Lite after drinking this?
I do that. I drink really shitty beer and then
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'll
Like to start off,
No,
or
good.
you like the good beer first?
I alternate.
Well, thanks, Josh.
Shit,
I got
I'll
a full one, but okay.
I'll drink good beer and then
Ah,
I'll switch to
there.
liquor.
Rest.
I can't do liquor anymore.
Well, see, I do clear liquors, so I can drink vodka.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
fun.
like try Buckeye vodka.
Damn it, man! I meant to I talked to you about like I was actually about to buy a bottle of the Crystal Skull or Crystal
Crystal
Head or
Head.
whatever it is.
Well,
Yeah.
nothing beats. First of
Just
all, nothing
try
beats
it.
that, but that costs a lot. So
No, I know. I want to buy. I
Did
can't
they
afford to
change
take
that or something? Because I bought Crystal Skull one time and it sucked.
Really?
What?
Yeah, it was not good.
if you like vodka,
Dan
you
Aykroyd
like,
makes that, you know.
Who?
Dan Aykroyd makes it.
Yeah, I heard you say that. I actually didn't know that, but I heard that in the podcast
Yeah.
or whatever. But
Yeah.
They filter it through Herkimer crystals.
Yes.
fuck
They
is that?
don't actually know what it does, but it turns
Exactly.
the crystals like a dark color to where they have to clean them.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's,
Yeah.
I watched the whole. You probably listened to Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I did. I listened to that Rogan.
Son
I
of
was
a
like,
bitch, Joe Rogan.
I want it. I know Joe Rogan's a motherfucker, but #1 podcast in the fucking planet.
Yeah.
Like you gotta.
Sometimes they're awful, but
Listen to
most of the time they're really good.
Dude, I listen to all of them. They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you listen to Rogan.
The only thing I don't like is when he
He
gets too high. And
He
it's just
repeats
like,
himself too much.
Oh, he does repeat himself too much.
I'm sick and tired of hearing, "Oh, my chimp-like brain." I'm like,
I know.
because I don't actually believe in evolution. So when I hear that shit, I'm like, no.
So that's where I disagree with you. I believe more in
Okay.
evolution. I know.
I'm not gonna
Absolutely.
argue
I'm
about it.
not gonna argue with you either.
I just like when he has like really, really smart dudes on battling other really smart dudes.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
If
too.
you like that, you would like Lex Friedman's, because Lex
Yeah.
Friedman's really smart, and he
Who is
actually
that? That name sounds familiar.
he's often on the Joe Rogan, but he's a MIT AI analyst,
yes,
and so
he's been on.
he was born in Moscow,
5
but
times.
he's lived here long enough to not have an accent.
What was the one I just watched? The black dude, something Tyson, I think his name was.
Mike Tyson,
No, not Tyson. The scientist.
Tyson.
Oh,
yeah.
Degrassi.
Tyler Degrassi.
Tyler
That
That guy just seems like he's completely full of shit. Man.
Yeah.
Is that who it was?
Yeah,
There's something about him that screams phony, man.
He's like, ice in a cup.
Dude.
And like it might be
Well, no,
sticking
he,
up, but it's still the volume.
Here's the red flag for me. He was on Joe Rogan, and they started talking about gravity, and he goes, "Joe, gravity's real." Like he flipped out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We're talking about this like calm scientist,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, "What?"
Neil
What's that?
deGrasse Tyson.
Okay.
Thank you.
I've been saying
I knew there
Degrassi.
was a Tyson in
Ross.
there.
Neil deGrasse.
But he like
He was
explained.
a handsome young man when he was young.
He explained like what a microwave does.
No, I think
And
the
I
one
was-
thing about his
I was
yes,
blown away.
it-
Yeah, I mean, he's
it
definitely
excites
smart,
the
water
water
molecules.
molecules in there. That yes.
He was,
So
he
here's
was
the thing
making
about
fun of his mother.
Neil deGrasse. Okay, now
This is awful. This is an awful road to go down because
I
we're
know.
all just fucking retarded.
I know. Yeah.
This
Can we
is,
just talk about
Let's start talking about
skateboarding?
Let's talk about skateboarding for a minute, and then we'll talk about this.
this is a Rogan
Yeah.
review podcast.
Damn it, Joe.
So no,
All right, gotta get back on track.
anyway, where were we on your timeline here?
Think of the craziest story you have from
Hold on,
our
wait.
glory days.
Favorite
What's the craziest thing you saw at Skatopia?
Favorite
That's
shoes.
Skatopia.
Dave wants to talk about shoes again.
Not necessarily like what I did or anybody. Like,
Yeah, right. I
You
know his
see-
favorite shoes. His favorite shoes are Lakai's. Jeff's the one that turned me on to Lakai's.
Lakai's are good shoes.
Dude,
man.
Jeff's the
Girl.
one that turned me on to Lakai's.
Nice thickness,
I
but
never,
not too thick.
never had a Lakai until Jeff was like, "Dude, you gotta try these shoes."
I dare to say Lakai backwards. Ouch.
Hackle? I mean, it's a Lakai's.
Okay.
Hold on.
Remember,
We can
like,
record it.
Going to Skate Fest or whatever, just sitting around that.
Well, I actually said
forum.
Skatopia, but whatever.
What's that?
I said Skatopia.
We all said
What do you
different
But you
things.
could do.
No, wait. Yeah,
I
Yeah,
said-
Skatopia.
I
The
said
craziest thing I ever saw at Skatopia
Okay.
was just being around, going to that bowl or whatever.
Dude.
They had a bunch, I don't even know. It
a
could
band
have been
playing
pros,
in the
whatever.
corner, just like,
There was
"Oh,
like-
Did you see the band with the dildo mohawk?
Dude,
What's that band called?
That might have been the guy you were talking about earlier, the BMX.
They wore
guy.
diapers. It was old men that wore diapers, and the
Oh,
lead singer
okay.
had a helmet where he had made a mohawk of dildos.
See, that's what that Matthews band's like, Matt Bischoff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking weird. They wear strap-ons on stage and stuff, but
Wait, Matt
I
Bischoff's
remember-
in a band now?
maybe not. I don't know.
I mean,
My
I wonder
brother
if he
was
still
a
lives
BMX
off fucking 4 Mile. Or not on
No, he lives
Forest.
off the beach.
Behind
On
Verizon.
Forest?
Yeah.
Shut
Still
the
lives there?
fuck
I don't
He had a ramp back there.
Yeah, he had a badass ramp.
Yeah, it
back
was
there.
bad.
He actually had like a
We went
mini
to
ring,
go
like a
skate
satellite
one time.
dish.
Yeah, we went to go skate it, and they were
skated.
like, he's like, I really don't like skateboarders skating my ramp.
See,
So
my
we're
brother
like,
was really good friends with him.
well, that's
so,
I went
yeah,
there with you.
Okay, yeah.
So we're like, yeah, but you
Yeah,
gotta
I've
skate
always
on
got
the
along
floor.
with Matt Bischoff.
Mm-hmm.
Never had any problems.
No,
with
I
him.
Fucking
no,
super
I-
nice guy.
I told him, I was like, dude, when I was 13, I used to build ramps with you behind Cherry Grove Kroger. And he's like, for real? I was like, he's like, did you dig? I was like, dude, I fucking dug. You made me. I was like, we went there and it was a little bit. It was like a misty rain that day. And I was like, and you made me and my buddy Gary dig.
He said, "Did you
all day."
dig? Were you my slave?"
No, he's just because like, if you went there and rode the trails and you didn't help build them, or you didn't help dig.
That's that mentality.
That's that like, if you didn't dig, then you didn't.
You're not a soldier, brother.
You didn't fucking. I'm not gonna let you ride my shit. You didn't dig.
property.
I think it was kind of like
It was
no
it was
man's land, like no one technically owned it.
dude. I BMX for a summer,
it was
and
just
that
a
was
small street.
that was the best shit ever. Like that was the best trails around.
But I would see it like because we would sneak through and go to Kroger's or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'd
and
see
skate
it.
the wall.
We'd skate the wall.
I remember you
and
skating the wall and me.
You'd
riding
see
the
these
trails.
like massive fucking.
Don't know anything
rats.
about it. He had trails in the
Oh my
woods.
god! Right
Right
behind my
behind
house.
Cherry
Right
Grove
behind my
City.
house. This
Oh,
used to
okay.
be.
Cherry Grove Kroger.
This used to be
like
like
we
right
would
behind my
cut
house.
through
Right there.
here
Yeah,
to
I
go to
never
Kroger's.
did that.
Well, I rode BMX for one summer after 6th grade.
But the
so
fact
6th
that
to
the
7th
cops
grade.
didn't give a shit about that, like bunch of
Nope.
boys playing in the mud.
Oh, dude,
When
had
I lived
ambulances
in
come
Eastgate
all
as
the
a
time.
kid, the boys did the same thing in the woods. We had a lot of woods, and they
Behind
they'd
Big
make
Lots, there's
ramps and
trails,
shit.
I think, still in those woods. Like, so where whatever the fuck that ledge we were talking about earlier is, god damn it, was it fucking the children's store? What the fuck? Once Upon a Child or whatever. There's, god damn it. There's woods like right behind that we built trails in too because they tore down Cherry Grove. They built them behind Big Lots, and I think the jumps. I mean, as far as I know, unless somebody went down there and tore them down, they're still there.
Yeah.
But there's still woods there, so I would not be surprised you walk up in there and there's still trail. There's still jumps, which I only did for a summer. It was. I went right back to skateboarding because I was like, I don't really like biking. It kind of sucked.
The only time I messed with it was when I was grounded.
Yeah.
You take my board, all right, fine, I'll fucking wear rollerblades.
No, I couldn't do it, man. My mom, that's
I
what
got
she
a bike
threatened me
with
all the
pegs
time.
on it.
I'm gonna take your skateboard if you're not gonna get good grades. And like, I almost failed 7th grade, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, she never took my skateboard. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm skateboarding.
That happened to you at all? Did you get grounded?
No, not from skateboarding.
Did I ever meet your parents? Did Carl meet your parents?
Probably.
Did I have like a talk, like, "Hey, your son's okay. He's with us."
I don't think she cared that much.
Oh, okay.
But I think you did come over to my house one time. I had a really nice box on my street.
You had like a double coping box,
Yeah.
sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was like
Did you have another box that I didn't know of, or is that the box I'm thinking of?
I had one really, really long one. And then I think I did make one like a little short one or something.
Me and Carl would routinely have to like go meet parents and be
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
"Hey, your son's okay. He's with us.
He's not doing
We love
drugs.
Jesus, and everything's fine."
I'm not trying to fuck him or
We're
anything.
not trying to break in his room at night.
Well, that was the thing. Like, I had my parents but the first time I ever went to TA. Kenny Kilgore was gonna drive us there. And my mom's like, I'm not letting you drive 2 hours away with somebody we never met. So, yeah, before my parents was like,
skate park.
I live over on Wolf
I
Angle,
didn't hear you
like
say.
right across from Todd's. Like, we're
Was there's
Okay.
TA skate park and then there was a park called the Flow.
whenever
Remember
was
that
a
one?
flow.
Flow was at like BMX park. I
Okay.
wasn't
never
sure
went
if that's the same thing or not.
You said
TA
your
was
brother
like you walk in
BMX?
there and it was like mini ramp, half pipe, and then street park.
Giant flat,
Yeah.
giant
flat
bank.
Yeah, huge bank. That bank was so dope though. Like I watched some dude do off of the half pipe into that bank, and it was like a fucking 10-foot gap. Like
Yeah.
it just
I saw dudes frontside flip into that bank.
just out of a half pipe.
Yeah.
Like not out of a mini ramp, but
Very
out of
obviously,
a fucking
I skate
13,
here every day.
Exactly, 13-foot half pipe. Like, like
I
that
have
kind of
a
insane
video of you frontside flipping a couch at Penn Station parking lot.
shit. You have a video of
That's
that?
that's in the VMod video.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Maybe
It
I'm-
is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I actually have a
Next
lot
one's
of
posted.
video of you and Mark going to Skatopia too.
No,
Yeah.
That would be interesting. to watch.
Damn it, I would love to watch that.
I was told, I could be
like-
wrong. Josh told me years ago, and again, I could be wrong, that after I had filmed that frontside flip over that, the BMOB had an actual meeting and said we can't have our friend section. We can't have somebody have a better trick in the friend section than our own tricks.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well, that's stupid.
I was like, I've made so
Sorry,
many, I made so many skate videos. I was like, I welcomed everybody that was better than me.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when I found a guy, I was like, if you watch this video, I'll go to skate parks and if you watch this video, you'll see random dudes that I've never met that are way better than me and anybody else. I started filming them and I put them in my video. I don't even know their names.
I gotta admit, like there was no like official beam up meetings.
I'm just telling, that's my memory, and I could be wrong. And
That feel terrible.
I mean,
that's what you've been thinking all these years. But
no, you said it to me,
dude. I had Andy tell me like, you can't. Andy literally cut out footage that I had that was better because I was wearing something different than I was in the other. Like I had a polo shirt on at one section, and I didn't. And then I had a t-shirt on another section.
Isn't that a dick move, man?
But like I fucking at the back mini ramp at Ollie's, I launched up to lip slide the fucking extension and then back in and he fucking
Cut it?
He cut it out because I had a t-shirt on. And not a polo shirt on.
Okay.
So I mean, I
mean,
love Andy. Don't get me wrong, Andy. I don't give a shit.
I'm not mad at Andy or whatever.
I'm not mad
That's
at
a dick move.
But it was
Right?
his filming aspect was
Call
like,
it like it
I
is.
want to see his
Total
heart.
dick move.
So there we go.
He had
No,
I'm not the only one.
He had a vision, I guess.
That's
Whatever,
exactly what it was. He's the fucking.
You're giving into the
he's
narrative.
the film guy.
We know what he did. We know what Andy did.
No, he's the film
Listen to
guy,
me, Andy.
and I know what he's doing.
You're
and
gonna
I
be
get
on
it,
here one day.
and
We're
it
gonna
makes
talk
sense.
about this.
No, I don't think that. I don't think.
Oh, he's in
he or
Cali,
Brian
right?
will ever come on here.
Oh, okay.
I
Well, that's
bet
sad.
you money they'll never do it. Only and it's not because of anything. I think it's they both have like a kind of reputation that I don't think they can fuck with.
Okay.
Which I think
That's
it's
their
fine.
bread and butter
that's
now.
that's their thing, and
Sure.
that's fine.
I mean,
But they've done nothing. They've done
Nobody wants
nothing
to fuck
but
with their
help me.
nest egg.
No, they've done nothing but help me. They've done they've never done anything to like belittle, to do anything like.
Oh, but if we did, I'd fucking have a field day.
Yes, but as I'm saying, like they've done nothing but be like they're like two of
We're
my
all
best
skateboarders.
friends in life. Like
Okay.
I've known them since we
editing
were in
process,
kindergarten.
I
You
will
know what
say
makes
that-
you a good friend? Is because you can walk up to your friend and say, hey, you're kind of fucking up, dude.
Hey,
Yeah.
to shut this convo down,
I
I will
don't
say that the editing process did get fucking crazy. And I certainly was not.
Bro, you're talking to a guy who's edited 5-6 videos.
And that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I certainly, we didn't have a group meeting about it.
No,
there
no,
was
okay.
a
It was literally
Okay.
like, we would just
To
sit
put
down and talk.
I've
my
admitted
video-
that my memory is
It's
failing. I'm a failing human being.
My
I get
video
that.
part.
What was the
and-
first video you had with Carl?
It wasn't Carl. It was a guy named Kurt. Did you ever meet
Yeah,
Kurt?
Kurt Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he moved back here.
See,
and
you're-
then he
Is
was
you're-
like-
there,
way back
is there a
here.
video called like Skate Life?
It's called One Way,
Yeah, I had
and
it.
it was for SAP.
I still have
It
it.
was like a little.
I remember Sap. I remember the
That
Sap
was a
video.
demo. That Newberry guy's in
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I have that, and then Carl made one. Maybe before he met you. I still have that one.
Jeez.
Yeah, I got a few other ones.
Get all this shit on digital.
I'm sorry.
No.
There's no way.
Don't worry about digital.
There's
like,
no
follow
way
what
you
they're
have
on.
a video
We'll
that I
make it
haven't
work.
seen that Carl made that I have.
He made.
Did you meet Carl before?
No, it's got to be. What was it called? One Way.
There's
He's got them. And I keep telling him to get them digital instead of carrying this.
I remember
these
Sap.
aren't Carl's. These aren't Kurt's. These are my videos.
I feel like I might have had a Sap T-shirt.
Did you ever see Stuntwood All Stars or Thrive?
Is that-
which
is that
I
a
made.
thing?
You're in them. You're in Thrive.
Am I? Could I borrow this?
We
That's
can
my.
watch it.
I've made 10 copies, and that's my last one.
Really?
If you guard that with your AR-15, you can have it.
Okay.
We can. Do you want to just try to burn it for him?
Yeah. That's what you need.
Please, because that's my.
Okay.
The only other thing I have is a
I don't
flash
have
drive,
a
and
computer available
flash drives
to
elude me.
burn anything.
So, because I'm old and this
I
is
want to see it.
this is what happens to old people. They
We'll
not
watch
in
it. We'll watch it after we
Yeah,
finish this up.
can
We
watch
can
it
wrap this
after-
up
in the
whenever.
take-
All right.
This is literally 2.5 hours long. I'm not even lying to you.
Damn.
What was that?
You don't even think about it,
The
right?
record?
It's like it wraps up so quick because you're on like thinking about. You know how many times have we skated together? I've skated with you more than 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it was
So,
every day. We'd meet in the mini ramp.
Meeting the mini ramp, meeting the skate park, meeting my like when I was on house arrest, I was so glad that all my friends would come over and skate with me, dude. You have no idea. That's why I so badly wanted mini
You
ramp.
did have sort of an ideal situation going
I
on.
was like, please everybody come over and skate with my mini ramp. I was like, I just want to hang out with my friends. I'm totally fucked
Right?
here.
If you
I have
build it,
nothing
they
I
will
can
come.
do.
Yeah.
I
I'd
literally
come over like, yeah, I'll skate, and then see the ramp like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, John Canty dropped a flat and was like, just shoulder to flat.
Oh,
yeah.
He was like, what the fuck? I was like, little Steve. You know that Matt Mahan actually, Matt Mahan was involved in just eyeballing that transit.
Yeah, I fucking believe it.
how many beers deep was it?
He fucking loved it. He loved that ramp. He was like, this is the most fun because it's hard
Whatever
to
happened
skate.
to it?
I ended up tearing it down because it just started rotting away.
Yeah, okay.
But to be honest with you, the frame itself, because I made it all out of pressure treated.
Mhm.
Everything was
The
all the
frame.
frame was pressure treated.
Shit.
Frame was solid. Like
Yeah.
we could have literally resheeted it and wrote it. We
Yeah.
had no problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the frame was solid.
I think fire would have been more appropriate for
It
that
was.
thing.
It was.
That's what I was
I had a
kinda
big
hoping
long
you'd say.
backyard
Yeah,
and a lot of
gas on
fires.
It served its purpose.
Dude, the coping though,
Yeah.
2-inch black iron coping. God,
That coping was awesome.
fucking
That was
smooth
scary
as
as
butter.
shit.
Yeah, if the
Driving
ramp
down
didn't
the
kill
road.
you.
Yeah.
Coping was awesome, the ramp didn't kill you.
But
We
that's
looked
what
like
we're
we
gonna
were
do again.
jousting driving down the road with that coping sticking out the truck.
I remember just
Yeah.
like dropping into it and just like falling forward.
Yeah. You were like shoot yourself.
Every
forward,
time
like,
I
yeah,
come
what the
over, I
fuck?
just be like, well, there's a flat bar in the driveway, so I guess I'm going to have some fun.
You did. I no shit of a video. I don't know if we have a video still or pictures, but I'm trying to. I think Brian Ames came over and took photos of me frontside air in the thing, and you're skating the flat bar in the driveway.
I believe it.
Like, cause I had you and I both made a box out of accordion material. You
Yeah.
made one that was 12 inches wide, and I made one that was like 2.5 foot wide.
Okay.
And I mean, it was like this slick as shit. Like a 50-50 was like you're just like jumping.
It
out
didn't
of
even
the
make noise.
box. No, it didn't make no.
You were silent for
But it
3
was-
seconds.
Yeah, it was just like
God, that box was so heavy.
yeah, and
It
you
was
threw
accordions,
it out of,
heavy.
you threw it out of the back of your truck and broke it,
It
and I was
lived in
so
my. It
pissed.
lived in
Is that
my
Ranger?
truck for like
My favorite
so
box was that
2.5 years.
original box from Amelia Skate Fest with the flat bar on one side of it. Remember that box?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
the stop
That's my
sign rail?
favorite. No,
No,
that was
it
no.
had an extension, like a high rise
Yeah.
of a rail.
Yeah, this is
on the edge
yeah.
of it.
No, you'll see that in the video. I skated.
and you did a backside 180 fakie 5.0
Ooh,
on it. You remember that?
I learned hurricane. I learned so many tricks on that.
Hurricane.
I did the.
We're talking about the same box, right? It had like a
Yeah.
the coping was almost like a bar like that,
Yeah.
like on one side, and then it had a flat bar on the other.
Oh my god, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's why like
That was
you know
my
what
favorite.
It was a
makes me
rectangle.
mad? Like
Yeah,
The
yeah.
coping was a rectangle.
I
So
want
I
to
learned to-
build like a skate park for
If you
all
remember
of us
Welcome
old
to Hell,
fucks.
Mike Maldonado does a board slide on a something, but he takes his foot off and touches the rail
Mhm.
and then comes off. I learned that trick. I don't know what it's called. I learned that trick on that flat bar.
I think it's the foot plant. Jeff, one of your favorite
Yeah,
tricks
with the
I've
rail
ever
slide
seen.
foot
Yeah,
plant.
one of the favorite tricks I've ever seen Jeff do, and it's in B-Bomb 3. It was a kick flip up a Euro gap.
Cross legs.
No, kick flip foot plant on the fucking ledge going up the Euro gap. It was on the curve rail.
He also
Like, I was like-
he did the cross leg. Too.
Yeah, no, he did the cross leg, dude. He fucking you did the Euro rail cross legged or something like that. Well, no, it was kick flip and he landed cross legged.
Yeah.
But dude, you I was like, I didn't know anybody who could do a kickflip up a Euro gap, but then foot plant on the ledge behind him. And I was like, motherfucker, he just. I was like literally sitting there watching it, which was like,
Yeah.
ugh.
You
He just fucking foot plant
honestly-
doing wild kickflipping it. I was like, oh god damn, that's fucking beautiful.
You did some
It
shit,
was
Jeff.
so nice.
Yeah.
You did the damn
You
thing.
did.
Hey, man.
You did.
That's
you
what we're
impressed me
here
in
for.
Mad
the,
respect.
You impressed me in the mini ramp more than a time or two.
You had
Yeah.
so much mini.
I remember the
It's coming back. You're gonna get
That
back
was
in
fun.
there.
I remember the tail,
We're all
and
fat
then
and
you
old.
reverted back, and I was like,
Ooh.
Yeah. I remember that.
I
That's
was
dope.
I remember doing
Fucking
like weird
tail stop,
twists or
revert,
turn
and
reverts.
Yeah.
I still
Do you
get
remember that
a
hurting?
blunt.
Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
do you remember the
What?
pain?
You get
So-
pains from doing weird reverts.
Oh,
Sides.
from twisting?
Yeah. like you whip your body around and then you try and revert it, and it's all happening within
working
a
those
split
muscles?
Yeah.
second that like your
It's
abs would
just
start
ripping
hurting.
muscles that you don't like.
Yeah, that was fun. We for a while.
Some
me and
Dan
Josh,
Joe Hogle shit.
Dude, you guys,
every day.
like the two of you used to tear up a mini ramp like
Yeah.
crazy. Like you would just get onto one
was
and
fun.
sit there. Especially at Ollie's mini ramp, like the tall side of that Ollie's mini ramp, like the four, like I remember us three skating that a lot.
I
Like, every time we
hated the
went there.
3-foot side.
No, the 3-foot side was like
I hated
bullshit.
Yeah.
But I remember
I like
you,
that.
dude, you landed like front side flipped a lip slide or some shit on that. It was
I don't
insane. Like there was a good. I was just like, what the fuck are you even doing? Like it was insane, but it was very mellow over that on that side. Like, god damn it! I wish I remember. If I could tell you the exact trick, I would.
I just honestly,
Say
I
it
remember
was, like,
all the pop-ins
insane.
and twists that we
Yeah.
would do, and then we started doing sex change, like reverts. No,
Infinite combination.
everybody.
Killer instinct.
Well,
Killer. Blah
but
blah
the
blah.
kick flips into the coping, like figuring out how to like kick flip
Ultimate
into
combo.
coping to a grind.
See, Beach
Or
Acres Cove
skull.
is my favorite.
No, it is dope.
It's
Yeah,
the
it's
best.
they got a good setting on that.
Oh,
Like
they
it's. Well, like
Those
that's
guys
why
are
I
pool, the
thought.
guys who made that park are pool guys. They're not street skaters.
Right. Right. Well, that's where I think they did correct. Because when I built
Really,
my
I thought they
main ramp,
fucked up.
yeah,
That's
no,
why they
no,
came
they had
back and they redid.
They had to come back and redo some of the transitions.
Yeah,
some of the
square.
transitions they did.
There's some
but
decent things about that park.
that was the
There's
transition
few
on
things
flat
that
banks, though.
fuck
That's why, to me, the pyramid's kind of wonky. Like, it doesn't launch right.
I never liked it.
You can only launch
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
like going toward the curve.
The
or
angle don't
else
seem
only
good
launch
to
it.
me. Like, it's just like, you
I
want
always
kind of-
thought that the like the rounded part of the pyramid is like in case you clip or something like that. But I'm like, you should just make it straight. That way, if you clip, you're fucked.
Yeah.
That's
There's
not
probably
agree.
Yeah,
something
that
like
hurts. That hurts a lot, Jeff.
I know, but
Do you know how many times that like?
yeah, but you can do
But
so
like
much more. on
I
it.
did shit over that pyramid. Like
Yeah.
I
did
think
everything
it
with
was
that pyramid.
meant to have like a
That was, like, my
flow
favorite
through it,
part.
like in case you didn't want to go over to hit the euro, you can
Yeah.
kind of roll over.
I
Yes.
fucking love that part so much, but it could have been so much better.
So much better.
well, there's a lot of
And to
problems.
get back to what you were saying, where you thought something was supposed to be with row, what I remember is us begging and begging for a replica of NKU.
yeah.
We wanted a
Yeah,
handrail
an 8-stair handrail.
because the best handrail
Maybe
around.
I was never a handrail skater, so I probably want to withdraw.
Yeah,
But I
got
always
it.
thought-
But that's
I remember-
that's what we were adamant about
Yeah.
trying to replicate
Yeah.
because NKU you'd get kicked out
Yeah.
fucking every second.
I just remember going to like the very first meeting when they were first like talking about it, and I was like, I want like a width or edge. I want like
Yeah.
a curve ledge going down or whatever,
Yeah.
because I always get kicked out of there. And then when the park finally did get built, we got that one curve ledge in the back, and I'm like, is that what they did instead of like a down edge or whatever?
Well, they
Yeah, there's
took
supposed to be 3 sections, and then
Yeah.
didn't do the other 2
they
sections.
took every one of our. They even pretended like, oh, you gonna want this?
Mhm.
Okay, check. You want this? You want
Yeah.
this? You want this? And we were like, holy shit, this is actually gonna happen. And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, it'll be done in 3 phases. And then all
They
of a
did one
sudden,
phase and
Budget
told everybody,
all of a
"Fuck
sudden we're
off."
driving down the road and we saw a bowl. We're like, we didn't ask for a fucking bowl.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't.
I wish they wouldn't even put that in there.
We didn't want to.
Nobody skates that fucking bowl, dude.
We didn't want it. We didn't ask for
Yeah,
it.
we could
And-
save thousands upon thousands.
Nobody
of dollars.
skated that fucking bowl, dude. Nobody still skates that fucking
Oh, I
bowl.
bet that bowl cost fucking $20,000.
That's why Rob Dyrdek's idea to have a skate plaza is genius.
Yeah.
And that place is awesome.
Because most skaters are
I
street
love that
skaters.
skateboard, yeah. Well, because that's what you have. That's what you have a skateboard. I mean, that's not what. You're not gonna fucking flow out into the world and find a fucking pool.
Well,
Maybe in
they
California,
used
it's
to.
California, Florida, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piss her. You guys wanna wrap this up? 2.5 hours.
I don't care.
Let's wrap it up and bring it up another day.
Yeah.
A part
Well-
2? Will you come back for a part 2?
Oh, for sure.
Jeff's coming
Yeah,
back
I
for
get
a
away
part
from the
2.
kids, get a drink.
There you go. Fuck, man.
Honey, I'm going to the podcast.
Honey, I'm going to the podcast. We should call that
Take care of
guy.
it.
No.
But you've
It's
done
just-
every weekend for the last 9 months.
Yes, I know.
Wow, I was like,
Mark-
you got,
Mark
you got
gets
friends
yelled at.
outside of blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're acting like a child.
Nah,
She's going to hear this.
that's okay. You love her. That's all that
I do.
matters. But Jeff will let you send us out, buddy.
Alright, skater die. Jeez.
Fuck yeah, bro. Later, bro. Jesus Christ. Oh, hold on. I got not fuck this up next time. See you later, YouTube.